Hello guys, welcome to our Node.js, JavaScript and Node.js essential bootcamp. So how are you all? So I can see some names like hi Hemant, Rakesh, Tushar. Hello, good evening everyone. Satish, good evening. Shailendra, Harish, Sachin. Nice. Hello everyone. How are you doing? कैसे हैं सब लोग? And can you just tell me where are you from? All of the guys, please. Just chat में एक बार बता दो. Oh, yeah, Tejas. I remember you, Tejas. By the way, guys, Tejas is one of our students who attends like every essential. So be like him, attend our every essential. और बाकी सब में भी एनरोल करो न्यू दिल्ली गुजरात वेस्ट बंगाल वाओ झारखंड मेघालय हाय रविचंद्र मध्यपुर महाराष्ट्र गुजरात पुणे राइट आई एम सीइंग अ लॉट ऑफ गाइस फ्रॉम महाराष्ट्र राइट क्लाउड तुषार hello guys, Gujarat, Hyderabad. Oh, nice. I think we are getting like students from all over the India. So hello, welcome everyone. So I'm here just for take you like I'll take you like 5 minutes of yours, not I'm not going to bore you like for 15 minutes. So let me just tell you why I'm here. Why I'm here. I'm just here to explain you about how you will while attending this essential how you all guys like assignments where you need sorry I'm bluffing uh, basically this is my first time launching the session so please understand me so basically what I'm telling you that कि आपको assignments attendance कहाँ submit करे where you guys all need to like fill your attendance fill your assignments if there are any assignments so we have like one link let me just share you my screen I think my screen is visible now yeah so in the description you can see this one link everything is one place everything is one link just click on this link you'll just go on this page. This page is our essentials ka my program wala page. So when you go on this page, if you are not enrolled, please guys, if you are not enrolled, first go and enroll yourself. If you don't enroll yourself, you're not gonna get the certificate. So basically, firstly, get enrolled in our program. After getting enrolled, what you have to do? When you get enrolled, you'll see the attendance like here, you can see the day one attendance. You can just mark the attendance, click on the mark attendance, give 10 NPS, whatever NPS you like, give the ratings for this session. If you are interested in our full stack program, we have a full stack program. I'll explain it in 5 minutes. Let me just give you a brief about how to fill the attendance and assignments. If so, for the attendance, just click on yes or no. If you are interested in full stack program, click on yes. If you think there's something we need to improve, just click on this three simple steps. Three simple steps and submit your assignment. Now, after submitting the assignment, you can see if I refresh. Let me just check. Yeah. If I refresh, you can see my progress bar is going to like 14.29%. So, all of you, what you need to do if you want to download the certificate, we have a GDG, NSDC, and ITM in collaboration with GDG, NSDC, and ITM. So, three of the big names you can get on your certificate. This is not like basic certificate. This certificate you can add it on your LinkedIn account, your resume, you can post it everywhere. So, first certificate, you just need to pass the 50% mark. So how can you pass this 50% mark? It's very simple. Just attend the 5 days, fill the assignments, and you will be like, okay, that's it. Nothing more. That's it. So attend your 5 days and fill the assignment form. These are the mandatory things. Do the assignments, fill attendance. Simple. And again, if you want the one link, Ocean, I think Ocean, please, can you just do, spam kar do one link for me, please. So after going to the one link, you can see something like this. Enroll, fill the attendance form. If there are any assignments, just do the assignments. That's it. You'll get something certificate like this. So after going, after passing the 50% mark, you can see the download button like this. You cannot see the download button right now for your Node.js program because we are, right now the program is ongoing. After like completion of fifth day, you can see the download button. After downloading this button, you will get. I'll just show you the certificate how it looks. And why I'm saying this is the most important thing you should do. If you are watching this stream, please go to the one link. If you are not enrolled, please enroll. Fill the attendance. If assignments, do the assignment. Do the practice for the Node.js, and you're going to learn a lot from this program. So this is something you can see. Certificate will look like something like this. This is my name. I have completed the JavaScript program, the dates, and GDG, ITM, and NSDC collaboration. That's it. Everyone clear? Just give me a yes no कुछ तो बता दो. So, Saurav sir is taking the bootcamp for HTML. So you want to like attend the HTML, you want to learn the basics of HTML, then please go and enroll that program. So I think I'm making the loop. Just wait. मुझे loop बंद करना पड़ेगा. Okay. Ignore. मैं ऐसे देख लूँगा. Okay, clear guys? Okay. So let me just show you about our full stack program. ये full stack program है क्या? If you think that you have completed, you know the basics of JavaScript, you know the basics of Python, but you want to learn more. But what to learn more? You know, we got the question कि हाँ अभी basics तो है, but what next? If you're good at basics, if you know something is you can अंदर से एक feeling आता है that I want to learn more. You can just go here and go to programs. And here you can see our full stack web development program and full stack data science program. Now these are the two different programs. If you are like confused कि हाँ मैं कौन सा लूँ, usually we get confused कि हाँ what is data science क्या है, web development क्या है. So you don't need to just कुछ मत करो, just go to the one link. You can see this bar. Click on this. You will get okay just starting the chat. Okay, just click on this banner right here, full stack developer or data science. It's like very easy. If you complete this full stack program, you can get up to like 10, 15. If you're capable, you can even get 50 lakh per annum ka package. Imagine. And basic, if you just enroll and complete your program, you can minimum get like 3 to 4 lakh package, yearly package, LPA. Basically, one of our students are getting like 10 lakh LPA. At the starting of your career, you are getting 10 lakh LPA is a huge thing, because if you grow, you can see the like starting 10 lakh mil raha hai, then you can get like 1 CR in I think 2-3 years, right? Am I right? So if you are interested, just go here, click on this banner. You can directly get our support team. Here you can see, pura send, just click send. Hey, I want to know more about FS program. Hey, that's it. Nothing more. If you think I don't know what to do, just go click on this banner. Okay, clear everyone? Chahat, we need to complete our 5 days. Then you can, I think, download the certificates. Schedule a bootcamp for Java. We are planning Tejas for Java. We'll just confirm it, and as soon as we confirm it, you can see the Java program on our website. That's it. Okay, so I'm done here. Let me just introduce you to our trainer, which is Sanjay sir. Unfortunately, he have like some issues with his face cam, so he's not able to bring up his, face cam basically चालू नहीं हो रहा. So you have to face that issue. I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, that's all from my side. Hello Sanjay sir, how are you?
Yeah, hello, and thank you for inviting me here. And hello, everyone. How are you all? And sorry for the camera again. Like I couldn't start my camera because of some issues, but I promise you that in the tomorrow session you will be able to see my real face. So yeah,
But today, please adjust that.
yeah. Today
Adjust.
it's managed, yeah. But I will try to like
Mhm.
keep our session as engaging as much as I can, and I trust you people that you will be here with me to complete the whole 5 day of this Node.js and also like JavaScript session. Yeah.
ओके सो बिफोर गिविंग यू मतलब संजय सर को देने से पहले आई जस्ट रिक्वेस्ट यू वन थिंग गाइस, कैन वी गेट एटलीस्ट 300 watching today? If you are like seeing we have 190 something watching, can you just guys share this stream, share this session with everyone you know, and we can get at least 300 watching. I need 300 watching today. So okay guys, bye, that's it from my side. मैंने थोड़ा ज़्यादा time लिया, sorry about that. But then again, please carry on Sanjay sir.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so hello, and just do let me know that is my screen is visible to you, because even though you won't be able to see me, but you should see my screen now. Yeah, okay, so here we are. So just do let me know. Yeah, thank you playing games. Yeah, okay, that's great, that's great. So today we are here to learn about JavaScript and as well as Node.js. So first of all, just tell me like how many of you already know a little bit of JavaScript. We have covered JavaScript in our essential program already. So just do let me know that, because here we are to just cover the everything about Node.js. Yeah. So and Node.js basically uses JavaScript behind the scene. That's why you should have little bit of knowledge about JavaScript. But don't worry, I will just cover the JavaScript for you as well, because I feel like that nobody is on the same page. So my first goal is always is to bring everyone on the same page. So that's why just tell me like how many of you know about JavaScript. Okay, I have no idea. A little bit. Okay, that's great. So even though if we have like 5% of audience who don't know about JavaScript, we will cover JavaScript as well. Okay. So just before starting, just how many of you know about HTML and CSS? Because it's a little bit necessary, but it's not required for our course, but it will be very beneficial for you to learn about JavaScript if you know already about HTML and CSS. So what about HTML and CSS? Just spam the chat. Yeah. Okay, that's great. So most of you like know about HTML CSS. So let me just start with HTML CSS, because I could see some of you don't know about HTML and CSS as well. So let's kick back to some history. Yeah. So history is boring, but we have to cover little bit of history, and the history of JavaScript and Node.js is a little bit interesting. It's not like the history of our humankind. It's a little bit interesting. Yeah. So HTML and JavaScript is basically HTML. Yeah, HTML is used to create website. Okay, yeah, that's great. CSS was used to create basically to design everything, so that we have these colors. We can arrange item on our website and everything like that. But our website could not basically communicate with us. So it's just like a blank dumb page. If you want to make our website little bit like responsive, or what we say, little bit human like, so that our website can basically interact with the user, for that case we need some kind of programming language. So now what is this programming language is actually? So programming language in a very basic nutshell is that a language that could be understood by a computer. Okay, so we have to know a language that could be understood by a computer. Basically we have some compiler and interpreter in between of it, but that's not a concern of our today's lecture. All we have to have a programming language, so that our website can basically communicate with the user. So JavaScript is the programming language of the web. So let me just give you an example. So here I have created a very basic HTML website. So here I have just a h1 tag. Yeah, hello everyone. And here I've used a very basic style of body. So it's very basic styling, very basic HTML file. Yeah. And let me just remove this line for you. And if I just open this file, we will see this page. We will see this page, isn't it? So now let me just write a JavaScript code here. So let me just write a JavaScript code here. To write a JavaScript code, just type a script tag here, and after an script tag. Okay, okay. And inside of it, you can basically write JavaScript. Remember, if you know about CSS, so for CSS we have something called style tag. So inside the style tag, you could have write your own like everything about CSS and styling. Similarly, we have a style tag and in script tag, and inside this script tag we are basically going to write our JavaScript code. So let me just write a very basic JavaScript code. alert, alert, hello. And if I save this, and if I just save this, and if I open my website again, you can see our website is giving us an alert box. And you haven't created this alert box. Our website is basically giving us an alert. If I just refresh it again, we are getting hello here. Isn't it cool? So now basically what I can do, even if you somebody can click on this button, yeah, if somebody gonna click on this but this heading tag, I could just do something on our website. So for that I have to like do some JavaScript magic and all. But our JavaScript that we are going to use is not related to the web development. Yeah, it's not related to the HTML and CSS. The JavaScript that we are going to use for, and it's not that the JavaScript for the HTML and CSS is different from the JavaScript from Node.js. And I'm going to come to like what is this Node.js and all I'm talking about. So we will cover Node.js in this session. But what is the difference between the JavaScript that is in the HTML and CSS, and what is the difference between the JavaScript, like the difference between JavaScript basically? So the difference is very subtle. Everything is going to be same. The only difference is that the JavaScript that we write inside a website is going to be executed in a web browser. So where I can find the JavaScript code here? So if I just right click here and go to the inspect element, you can do this for any website. And if you just go here and you have to go to the, let me just go to the console part. Yeah, so everything that you write, everything that you do console log here, you can get here. And let me just open the Chrome browser for you. So if I just open Chrome browser here, and let me just open our own website. So here we have our own website. Just go, give it a right click, open the inspect element, go over here and go to the console part, the source part, sorry, this source part, isn't it, this source part. So here basically you will see all of your JavaScript. So basically it have even though you don't write a single line of JavaScript code, you already have some JavaScript code in your website, even though if you haven't write a single line of JavaScript code. So this is the JavaScript that we do in the website and all. But we are not going to do our JavaScript in the website. We are going to do our JavaScript in a separate environment so that we can create a backend. We can create a server. So this session is all about creating servers. So we are going to create a server. I'm pretty sure that you have heard about server down event ka, या फिर server is not working properly, or like my server is so great, like Facebook server is down today, so and WhatsApp server is down today, so you cannot send a message or receive a message, something like that. So what is this server thing is? Yeah, what is this server is? So we are going to basically create a server today. Like in this session, we are going to learn how to create this server. So now, first of all, let me just tell you about this JavaScript. So by the way, you can write your JavaScript code here as well, but there is a better way of writing our code in the we could create a separate CSS file, and after that we can link this CSS file to our HTML, isn't it? We could have done that. Similarly, we can create a separate JavaScript file. So here I have created a separate JavaScript file. Let me just remove this line and let me do alert, alert, hello world. And if I just give it a save, now I can link this JavaScript file to our HTML. And for that, just write this script tag, and inside this script tag have an attribute called source, and inside this source you have to mention the file exactly that you do for the CSS. And if I do a refresh here in my web browser, our JavaScript is working fine. So most of the time we do this type of JavaScript coding in the web development. So if I do a console.log of hello world, and if I just give it a save, and you can see the output here. So if I just give it a right click, inspect element, and go to the console part, and here we'll see we are getting the output hello world. So let me just keep these things side by side. If I just keep these things side by side, and whatever I type here, hello world and console.log, I am Sanjay, and let's learn about Node.js and all. And if I just give it a save, you will see everything here in the console panel. So this is our console panel. Whatever you do in this console.log, So for now, just try to remember this function. Yeah. So just try to remember this line, and I'm just going to explain how this console.log is working. So we have some print statement for every language. So if you're coming from Python, you have print statement there. If you're coming from Java, then you have system.out.println. If you're coming from C, if you are like super cool guy, and if you're coming from a C, then you have printf, something like that. Similarly, we have console.log in JavaScript. So if I just do console.log, and whatever I write inside of it in this parenthesis, it will get outputted in the console part. So if I do hello, I am a console, and if I just give it a save, you can find this output in the console part. To and open to just to open console, just give it a right click, go to the inspect part, and in here you will see the console. Click here and you will get the console. You can see the console of every website. You can just pick up any website and go to the console part. You will, I'm pretty sure that you will find a list of console.log there. But our concern is not about this JavaScript that we are writing here. So the fact is, JavaScript was initially created so that it could be written for the websites. But later down the line, a person, I basically cannot recall his name. So let me just Node.js creator. Okay, so the Ryan Dell, yeah. So he's the guy who basically thought that why we can't write our JavaScript code outside of the browser, so that we can use the JavaScript language to create some application. So now what is the difference between, like, we have multiple type of programming language. We have Python, we have C++, we have C, Java, C sharp, .NET, and lot of these. Like, and what these programming languages actually do, these language basically help us to create an application that could be run on a Windows machine, or on an Android mobile phone, or on a like Mac OS, something like that. So these programming language helped us to create applications, yeah. But JavaScript could not do that, because this programming language was not intended for this purpose. It was not intended to use to create application or something like that. But that guy, that Ryan guy, basically made a software, yeah, made another software called Node.js, yeah, this node basically thing. And we could install this node on our machine, and after that we can run this JavaScript code outside of the browser. Now basically, because of this node, we can basically write JavaScript outside of the browser, and now we can use JavaScript to create application. And how, that we are going to learn today. So in a nutshell, Node.js is just a runtime environment for JavaScript. Yeah, I know about these heavy terms like runtime and all these things. Basically, Node.js in a nutshell just help JavaScript to execute outside of the browser. That's all. So this node actually, just what node do, it just help this JavaScript to execute outside of the browser. So let's just install this node software, and I can just like close this website, because we are not going to write our JavaScript code in the website. And to download Node.js, just type node, as you do for Python and also for like C or something other language. So you can just download this node. So Google Node, and you will find this download here, and click on the download button. And if I just go in this download panel, here you will find we have like Windows installer, Mac installer, and this source code also. So depending what machine you are using, just download the relatable executable file. So let me just download the Windows installer, because I'm using a Windows machine. And after download, you will get a software basically, and it's very easy to install Node.js. Just open this downloaded file. Okay, just let it just get open. It's taking little bit of time. Okay, it will take, for the first time it will take a little bit of time. Yeah, what is this LTS? So Sumit basic asking LTS. So basically we have multiple versions for Node.js. Version, like if you have version for Android, you have version for your apps, like Instagram version this and that, Facebook version this and that, like Microsoft Office version 2007 to like Microsoft Office till date. Similarly, Node.js also have some version, and each version have some specific new features and all. But the latest version is not safe to use because it may have some bugs and all. So this LTS version is the most safest version that you can install on your machine. So long-term support. So it's the safest version, and this is the latest version. So if you want to use the bleeding edge features of Node.js, just go with the current version. But you may encounter some unnecessary bugs and all. So I will just like suggest you to go with this long-term version. So if I just want to go with the current version, just click here. So you will just move to the current version. And let me just open this Node.js file again for you. What is source code? So source code is the actual code what is written behind Node.js. So if you want to contribute in the Node.js, if you want to make your own Node.js, you can download the source code here. So here is our installer, and to install Node.js, just do very simple steps: next, 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 and next, next, next. Don't touch anything. You don't have to like change anything. Just do next, 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 and it will be installed on your machine. And now to check if this Node.js is properly installed on your machine, just open the CMD. So let me just open CMD, okay, or PowerShell. Okay, I am pretty sure that you have seen this black screen, and don't be worried about this black screen. It's very easy to use this CMD and command lines and all. I feel like new developers mostly are really afraid of using this command line and all, but it's very easy to use again. The command that you want to execute is called node space -v and press enter, and you will get this thing here. So this is the version of node which is installed on your machine. And why we did this? So basically just to check that our Node.js is installed properly or not. Now let's just create a JavaScript file and let's try to execute that file with Node.js. So let me just create a new folder, and you can name this folder anything. So I'm just going to name this folder day1 and open this folder. And the text editor that I'm going to use is VS Code, because VS Code is the one of the most powerful text editor that I have encountered till now. So I'm just going to use this VS Code. So let me just open my VS Code in this folder. Okay, and now here I'm going to create a new file. By the way, how many of you are using VS Code already? And if you don't know anything about VS Code, do let me know in the chat so that I can cover up the VS Code part as well. Although it's not much, but if you don't know about VS Code, I have to cover that as well. So here I'm just going to create a new file. Yeah, that's great. So you are using VS Code. Yeah, VS Code is really great. Okay, that's great. So I'm going to create a new file. So let me just create a new file called app.js. So I'm creating a JavaScript file. As you can see, app.js. And let's just open this file. And here I'm just going to write the JavaScript code. So if I just do console.log, hello world. So this was the exact same code that we have written for the JavaScript in the web browser. Now to run this file, so we basically have created an application. Yeah, we have created an application which is going to print out hello world. But now how to run this application? To run this application, open the command terminal in the exact same folder. You can just open the folder. Yeah, so this is our day1 folder. Right click and open in terminal. One like we have multiple ways to do that. It's one of the way. And here all you have to do is type node space, let me just zoom it in here, node space and name of your file. So the name of the file is app.js and press enter, and you will see that we are getting output hello world here. So if you're wondering that I have told you that we have created an application that is going to show us hello world, then why we are getting hello world here? So my friend, actually this is our proper application without a GUI. So our application basically don't have a GUI. What is a GUI? This graphical user interface, this close button, max time button, this cursor and all. So this application don't have any GUI. It just have like this command line output, and it's more than enough to create a server. So basically Node.js is basically used to create an application that is a server. So for that you have to know about servers and all. For now, we have created an application that is going to print out hello world, but without a GUI. That's why we are getting hello world here. Let me do this again for you. To run a JavaScript file with your Node.js, just type node space and name of your file, node app.js, and press enter. Like, the only thing that you have to remember is to open this terminal in the exact same folder, otherwise you will find some you will encounter some errors. And I will tell you a better way to do this. In your VS Code, click over here terminal and open the new terminal, and here it will automatically open the new terminal in the exact same folder. Now here I can do node app.js and press enter, and here I am getting the hello world output. And it's a proper way of doing this thing. And if you are going into the backend development, then this is must. You have to know a little bit of these command lines and all, and it's not very tricky and it's not very hard to do learn about these command lines. Basically, it's sometimes it's easier than using a software. Okay. Okay. And for those who don't know about the VS Code, just it's a text editor. You can download it from the Google. Just type VS Code and press enter, and you can download it from here. And basically, the thing is, the you will install this VS Code text editor like any other software. It's not very fancy an installer. It's very simple to install it. And after that, you this VS Code will be in your like computer, and it's very easy to use it. Just open VS Code, and here we have like multiple options. Now, here you can open a folder, you can create a new file, you can open a new window and all. It's like using a notepad with some steroids. Yeah, so some notepad with some superpowers and all. So it's just a notepad with some superpowers, nothing more, nothing less. Okay, that's great. Okay. Now, enough of creating some basic softwares and all. Like, okay, enough of hello world. Now let's just cover what is this server I'm talking about. What is the server is? Like, I'm referring to this server again and again. Okay. So let me just tell you about this server. What is this server? So server, in a nutshell, is just a computer. Okay. Server is just a computer, guys. Server is just a computer. Your mobile phone is could be a server, my laptop could be a server, your even your smartwatch could be a server. Anything that can compute something, anything that have a GPU, basically CPU, RAM, or storage device could be a server. So what makes a server computer different from my mobile phone or my laptop? So the fact is, uh, let's just go to the web development, like what is this website and how everything internet, how actually internet is working. So for that, let me just tell you about how internet actually works. Internet actually works. So on internet, basically all the computers around the world are connected with each other. Okay, all the computers around the world are connected to each other. Okay, by cables or by like Wi-Fi, or like they have multiple ways to get connected. So each and every computer around the world is connected to each other. Now these computers can basically send some data, like some photos, some messages, some videos, or something like that, to some another computer. And for that, each and every computer have a IP address, and this IP address is like your Aadhaar card. It's gonna be unique, and it's basically help to like send some data to, so to identify the person on the internet. That's why we have this something called IP address on the internet. Now the thing is, if you are connected to the internet, if you are connected to the internet, anybody can send you a data. If they know your IP address, if they know your IP address, they can send your data. But this is not generally possible, because if it is the case, anybody around the world can send you some viruses and all, some harmful things, anything, okay, that you don't want to receive even. That's why our computer have a firewall here. So that's why basically you cannot receive data from the internet without your permission and all. So that's why our, basically, what is the now what is the thing, now only the data that I have asked for can be received by my laptop. So whenever I visit a website, what I'm actually doing here, so if I just do Google here, so what I'm actually doing here, basically I am asking the Google server to give me the data of the Google, this basically this website. So now the thing is, Now my laptop can only request a data, and now then after that it can receive the data. Even if you visit a website, if you are booking, like if you are opening Zomato app and booking your order, so in that case also you are requesting something, and after that you are getting some response. So that's why our this is the basic concept of our basic computers. But on the case of a server, server can listen for request. Okay, a server is a special computer which can basically listen for a request on the internet, and it can send back a response. Yeah, it can send back a response. So this is a server. My laptop cannot listen for a request. If you even know if you even though if you know the IP address of my laptop, you can send a request to me, because my laptop is not listening here for request. I'm not listening for the request from the people around the world. I'm not doing that. So that's why my laptop is a basic computer. It's a client basically. Yeah, it's a client. It's not a server and all. So a computer which can basically listen for a request around the globe is a server. And how this special computer is able to do that? Why my laptop cannot listen for the request around the world? Because for that purpose you need an application which enables you to listen for the request from the internet. If I create that application like a software, like basic software like this VS Code, so it's just a software which we can build and which we can install on a machine. And after, if you have installed that special software on your computer, after that your computer will be able to listen for the request as well. Now my laptop will be a server. So let me just create that application for you. And remember, by using Node.js, I can create application using JavaScript. So now here all the dots are going to get connected. Now all the dots will connect here. So basically I want to create my laptop, I want to make my laptop as a server. For that I need an application. For that I need an application. Yeah, for that I need an application which is basically application which will enable my laptop to get connected, which will make my laptop to get connected to the internet. Basically it will help my laptop to listen for the requests around the globe. And to create this application I want to use JavaScript. I want to use JavaScript because JavaScript is the only language which we can basically know. JavaScript is the only language that we know till now. That's why I just want to use JavaScript to create this application. And to create this application, what I want to use Node.js, because I cannot create an application with JavaScript, because JavaScript is not intended for that. And if you want to use JavaScript to create an application, we use Node.js. So that is the purpose of Node.js. And Node.js is just a software, just a runtime environment that will enable JavaScript to get executed outside of the browser. And now, because JavaScript can execute outside of the browser, we can use JavaScript to create an application, a very specific application that will enable my laptop to become a server. And now my laptop can basically listen for the requests around the world. And now my laptop can send back the response like the Facebook server, the Google server do. So in the case of Facebook, they have also created a application that they have installed on their computer. Now whenever you want to get the all the favorite likes or like favorite post of your celebrity, basically you basically request for all the photos of your favorite celebrity to the Facebook server, and Facebook server basically return backs the list of all the photos they have. So this is the basic architecture of the internet. This is very basic architecture, so I have only covered the very basic of internet, so that it's easier for you to understand how everything works, how Node.js fit into this system, where the JavaScript get fit into this system. So enough of talking, let's just create a server right for our own. Yeah, and let me just give me 1 second. Okay, for that I have to like close my screen for once. Okay, my is the screen is my visible? Do let me know if my screen is visible to you. Okay, okay, here we are. Yeah, that's great. My screen is visible to you guys. Yeah, that's great. So let's just create our own server. And don't worry about all the code that I'm going to write today. Yeah, so I'm just going to write a very basic code here. So let me just do like some magic here. And I'm just going to tell you about how this code is working. And not today, like at the end of this session, you will be able to create your own server. Yeah, server equals to http dot create server. Okay, now I have I have written 9 lines of code here, and basically by these 9 lines I have created a very basic server. So let me just execute this application. So I've created an application. Now I have to execute this application. For that, we do remember how to do this. Node and name of the file, which is app.js, and press enter. Now it's saying that my server is running on port 9000. I'm going to cover this, what is 9000 port is and all. So let me just visit my own server. So here I'm going to type my own IP address. Yeah, so if I press enter, so my server is basically saying me hello. My server is basically saying me hello. Let me just cancel it. Okay, hello from the sir. I think I have misspelled the server. Okay, server. Okay, so now my server is basically saying hello. So I have basically I'm trying to hit my own IP address, my own address. So that's why I'm getting this thing here. So I'm like, I have created a server, and I'm making a request to my own server just for testing purposes, so not. And this is the thing that we are going to develop. We are going to make a server basically where user can store the list of all the favorite stars and all. They can create some movies or something like that. They can find the movies on our server, and they can basically use my server to do any kind of stuff. They can make a website with that. They can make a mobile application with that. They can do anything with the server that I'm going to make here. So this is all about the very basic of Node.js, JavaScript, and the backend development. So the thing that we are going to do is called backend development. So this is called backend development. Okay. So if you don't know about what is backend development, so it's a part of full stack development. So if you're a person who basically makes the websites, so you are a front end developer. And if you are the person who are making a server for your website, then you are a backend developer. And a guy who can do both is called a full stack developer. So he is like kind of a superman. But right now in the market, the demand of Node.js is so high, you can even Google it. Like like job openings for Node.js is a lot, and the amount the package that you may get in the Node.js background is much more higher than other backend technologies. I'm not talking about Python. Like Python and Node.js compete with each other in that case. And also we have some new things called Go and Golang. But Node.js is here today at the very top, and it's going to be on the top for a very long period of time. So you can just learn about Node.js, and it can like secure a future as well. So let me just do some very JavaScript code here, very basic JavaScript code, because to make a server with Node.js, like to make an application with Node.js, we must know about JavaScript. So let me just cover some basic of the JavaScript. Yeah, some of the basic of the JavaScript. So JavaScript is a programming language. So in every programming language, okay, let me just go through the chat so that I can answer your question. Okay, okay, that's great. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick recap because I can see some of the people are. Can we make another? Yeah, you can basically. Yeah, you can. Okay, Rahul is Hindi. Basically, we have users from all around the globe, so that's why I have to use English. So I'm going to give a quick recap because I can see some of you are little bit confused about this thing, and it's completely normal because I have seen that in the backend development, it's completely different from the front end development. So in the case of backend, you may feel little bit worried. Okay, what is this thing? How this thing is actually working? So like today is the very introduction phase of the, like today we are doing just introduction. So I'm just going to cover everything. Yeah. Saurabh is asking like Java or JavaScript is better. Basically, right now, if you want to land a job, just go with the JavaScript. Yeah, yeah, Mike. I'm going to try to cover all the basic of Node.js in this 5 days. Okay. So there is a guy who don't know about VS Code. So let me just tell you how to install this VS Code. So for let me just first give you a quick recap. Okay, let me just give you a quick recap. So first of all, you have to download Node.js. The first step, just download Node.js. First step is to download Node.js. Okay. Second step is to create a JavaScript file. You can like name this file anything. So app.js, a sanjay.js, like server.js, like a software.js, anything will work. So the name I'm using app.js. Okay. Inside this app.js, you have to write JavaScript code. JavaScript, yeah. And fourth step is to run this JavaScript code. And to run this JavaScript code, all you have to do, no, open your terminal and do node, and after node, name of your file, app.js, and that's all. Okay. So the first step of download Node.js, we have already completed that. The second step is to create a new file. Okay, we have did that as well. And third step is to write some JavaScript code here. So the JavaScript code is I'm going to do is like console.log of hello, because it's a basic thing that we have to do. And the fourth step is to run this file. And to run this file, open the terminal. To open terminal, just click over here, the new terminal, and this new terminal, just type node and space name of your file, app.js. And now my file is executing, my application executing. Okay, so we have completed the first phase. Okay, we have completed the first step phase. Now let's move to the second phase. And what is the second phase is all about? It's all about backend development. What is this backend? What is the server and all? So for that, I have told you that the server is just a basically is just a computer which is connected to the internet, and it can basically listen for a request and it can send back a response. And what is this request? Basically, request is like, hey bro, can you just send me the list of all the movies around the globe in the Bollywood, in the Hollywood and all. And this server computer can basically send back a response. A response could be anything. Yes, I have list of all the movies. No, I cannot do. Or okay, here's the list of all the movies and all, something like that. And to make a computer, to make computer do these kind of stuff, we basically uses application. Yeah, we have to create an application that will enable my computer to do these all cool things. And to make this application, we are going to use Node.js. Okay, so that's a very quick recap. And now we are going to create this server file, and for that we are going to cover the basic of JavaScript. And to print something on your screen, we do console.log, console.log. And here basically you can type anything and you will get the output on your in the terminal. Okay, that's all. And to download the VS Code, just open your favorite browser and just type VS Code and press enter. Okay, just and click over to this download button. Yeah, Suraj, you can create you can connect to the Spotify server as well. So if you want to connect to a Spotify server, just type Spotify API and press enter. And here they have like mentioned all the details about their how to connect to their server. Like they are basically telling how to connect to their server. You can connect to the server of Instagram as well. Just type Instagram API and press enter. And here they will basically ask you to register before that, because they don't allow anyone to connect to their server. So here you can just connect to the Instagram server, and basically you can connect to the server basically which is publicly available on the internet. Okay, Shashank Gar, like he's asking like CSS or HTML is easy, but it's difficult to understand JavaScript. Look, JavaScript is a programming language, so it's generally is going to be a little bit tricky, but it's not that it's hard. It uh, JavaScript is very easy. In that case, every programming language is very easy. All you have to do is to start. In the starting, it's going to find you will find that JavaScript is difficult. Similarly, you will find Python or C++ is difficult, but once you have started, once you have written like 100 lines of code, it is going to be very easy for you to understand all the other concepts. Okay, what is the difference between JavaScript and JavaScript? Okay, Java and JavaScript both are programming language. The only difference is like Java is created for some different purposes, and JavaScript is created for different purposes. But on the both the languages are very great. So the difference is that both the languages are different. Yeah, and everything rest is same. Okay. Okay, that's great. So what is terminal? Okay, this terminal is basically it's a screen where basically you can run the commands. Okay, so here you can run the command. So we have like commands to do something. So if I want to open notepad, for that I have notepad here. So if I type notepad here, my notepad will open. So if you want to run these commands and all, we use this terminal. Okay, so this is terminal. So whenever you want to if you want to list all the file, just type ls. So this is a command. So terminal is just a screen where you can run the commands and all. Okay, Megha, what is the error that you are getting in while installing Node.js? Just mention me the error and I will cover that for you. uh, Vineet is asking Node.js and React.js is same. No, React.js is completely different from Node.js. Actually, React.js actually uses Node.js. Okay, React.js uses Node.js to make website. Okay, if you want to make a website like a huge web app, in that case you have to use install Node.js. Other than that, and both the things are completely different. Both the things are React.js is to create front end, and Node.js is basically used to run the JavaScript. That's all. Node.js is just used to run the JavaScript. That's all. Node.js is just a tool that can run JavaScript. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. What should I? Or you can directly. Okay. Andi Dafa. Okay. Your name is Andi Dafa. So basically, you can directly start learning JavaScript. You don't have to. The only thing that you have to know little bit of HTML and CSS. It will be helpful for you. But you can directly learn starting JavaScript, because like any other language like Python, it's very easy to understand. It's just a program language. You don't have to know and you don't have to have any prior knowledge to start the JavaScript. Okay, Suraj is asking a database. To connect a server, to connect with a server, you don't need to have a database. We have a database after some time, and actually I'm just going to cover the database part as well in this course, so don't worry about that. Angular and React, both are good. You can go with any one of them. Okay. Okay, the example of hosting a app, we are going to cover that after some time. Okay, so let me just give you a quick recap of JavaScript before we start moving on with the Node.js. So to create a variable, what is the syntax that we use in the JavaScript? Just type const name of the variable. Okay, name. Okay, name of the variable. It could be age or something like that, and the value of the variable. So to create a variable, we do const the name of the variable and equals to the value of the variable. Now what is this variable I'm talking about? Variable is basically a thing which can store a value. And what is this value? Any number is a value. Okay, so this 10 is a value, 20 is a value, 30 is a value. Okay, any data. Okay, the string is can be a value. Sanjay is a value. Okay, this Sanjay is a name which is a value. Okay, so these are the values, and we can store these values in some variable. So if I want to do console.log of 10, Okay, if I just do console.log of 10, and if I just run this command, I'm going to get output of 10. And what if I want to store this value of 10 somewhere in a variable? So let me just create a variable. For that, all you have to do const, okay, const name of the variable. It could be anything. You can name a variable anything, and equals to, and the value of the variable. So the value of the variable is 10. So now instead of using 10, I could have just directly write age here. Okay, now if I just do a console.log of age, I'm getting 10 here. So this is about variable. Okay, we have two ways to declare a variable in the JavaScript. One is called const and second is called let. So let me just tell you about the second thing. Okay, so here I'm creating a variable called num using let. Okay, and the value of the num is 1. And if I just do a console.log of num, I am going to get output of 1. Okay, I'm going to get the output of 1. But what is the difference between const and let? The value of a variable can be changed in the case of let. So after some time, I can do num equals to 50. Yeah, I can change the value of this variable num. I can basically change the value of this variable num. And if I do a console.log num here, I'm going to get the output of 50. I'm going to get the output of 50 here. So this is the thing about the let. But in the case of const, I cannot change the value. If I do this, okay, if I do this, I'm going to get an error. If I try to execute this program, I'm going to get an error. And here you can see I'm getting some error here. If I try to run this application again, I'm going to get an error again. So this is the difference between let and const. If you want to declare a variable, and variable is just a placeholder for a value. And what is this value? This number is a value, like a name can be a value, any kind of data can be a value. Okay, so let me just create a value for my name. So let name equals to Sanjay. Okay, and to create have a value like this, you have to like cover this value inside these quotes. Okay, so this thing is called a string. So it's a string, and you basically you have to have these quotes to wrap around this thing. And now if I do a console.log of name, I am going to get output of Sanjay here. So if I do app.node app.js, and if I press enter, okay, by the way, we are getting error because of this statement. So let me just remove this statement from here. I'm getting outputs of Sanjay here. So this is about the variable. Okay, so this is the very basic of the programming language. Then we have something called conditional statements. Okay, okay, yeah, it can be a floating value as well. Okay, what you can't see? Okay, and we basically have something. Suppose I want to execute this line. You are good, you are okay, like let me just type eligible to vote. Yeah, so if I have a, let me just create a variable here. So let's just have a variable called let age equals to 20. Okay, and I am going to log out two things. You are eligible to vote, and if you are not eligible to vote. So here I am having two output here, and I just want to not want to execute both the lines. I just want to have one console.log depending on some conditions. So if I just do run this application, I'm going to get the both the output. So I'm going to get the output. You are eligible to vote. Okay, we are getting this console.log, and after that we are getting this console.log. But depending on some situation, I just want to console.log one part. For that case, we have something called conditional statement. So instead of writing this thing directly here, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do if age is greater than 18, I just want to do console.log you are an adult, and else console.log you are a child. And okay, and if I just give it a save, so what this code is actually doing, so here we have created a variable age which is equals to 20, Okay, let me just tell the team to do that part. Okay, so you're not able to see the output. Basically, it's not on my hand, so let me just do it for you guys. Okay, hopefully now the part will be removed from the screen. Okay, so let me just complete go through this code. Okay, so what is actually happening here? So here we have written if age is greater than. Okay, so what is this greater than? We are going to cover this in the tomorrow's lecture. So what is this greater than, and how we are getting this output and all properly? So tomorrow in the tomorrow's lecture, we will be basically covering all the operators in a programming language, this conditional operators, the functions and the loops. Okay, so these are the things that we are going to cover in the tomorrow's lecture. So in today's lecture, what we have basically covered up. Okay, so in the tomorrow's lecture, I have told you about what is node. So today's live session was all about the introduction to the backend development, introduction to the node, because I have felt like that most of the people are confused with the backend development. So in the case of what is node, node is just an application, a runtime environment application, or you can call it an application, which just enable JavaScript to execute outside of the browser. And now we can use JavaScript to create an application, and we are going to create an application which will make my simple laptop a server. And for that, I'm going to use Node.js and all. And that's the only thing that we do in the Node.js development for the right now. So if we basically at the end of the session, we are going to create a server to just fetch, to add some movies to our database, and so anybody around the world can basically look for a movie from our database, and they can basically add it, delete a movie, and basically they can also what we say, they can rate a movie, something like that. Okay, so what is the theme that I'm, and in the VS Code, basically you can download some themes and all. So just go to this part here, extension part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you here you can find the themes and all. So if you just want to make your VS Code little bit pretty, so here they have multiple themes. So I have like the winter theme, then we have material theme here. And to apply the theme, just go to here like this setting part and the color theme. And here the theme I'm using is called community material theme ocean high contrast. So we have like list of theme here. You can choose any theme of your liking. If you are into like a white theme and all, you can go to the white themes and all, but I will just prefer to stick with the darker theme. Okay, that's all. So that's all about the today's section. Yeah, basically if you just host a Node.js code, Naveen Patel is asking, basically you will be ended up making a server. Okay, so all the doubts, the like all the questions that you are having in your mind will be cleared as soon as we progress to our course. So in the today's session, the only fact that you got introduced with the node, so that's the only thing that I want to cover in the today's session. And that's the most difficult part, because most of the time like it's very hard to explain what is node. That's why. Okay, in the today's code, basically it won't help you much. So that's why after after you have to like join the Discord of basically there I will share all the code. But in the today's session there's not much to share. From to tomorrow I will share you everything that we do in the class as well. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the today's lecture. In the tomorrow session, you will be see my face obviously, and we are basically going to cover the basics of JavaScript. And after that, we are going to basically create a server from the very scratch. And on the last day, basically we are going to create a project, complete project by using Node.js. And to stick with us, and if you have like any doubt, yeah, you will get the Discord link in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, the logic is same. Yeah, logic is same. So if you have anything any prior knowledge of any programming language, JavaScript is going to be very easy for you. It's going to be very easy for you. Okay. Okay, that's great. So thank you for joining today's lecture, by the way. And tomorrow's session, I'm just going to cover all the basic of JavaScript, and it will be very helpful if you know any other program language as well. Okay. So by the way, tomorrow's lecture, don't forget to like join the tomorrow session because it's going to be a lot fun tomorrow. So let me just close. Yeah. Okay. And thank you for joining, by the way. Okay. Okay, so I will share the code by tomorrow and you will see my face as well. And thank you for joining again. So it's the time, and so we will meet tomorrow, same time, same place. Okay, bye bye and have a nice day.